the first of 2 sessions today. It is a windy but sunny day here at Kansas Speedway, and it is a huge weekend for one of the hometown heroes. About 90 miles down the road from this racetrack sits Emporia, Kansas, the home of Clint Bowyer, so there's no better place for him to announce what his future holds.
Looking so much forward to racing our cars in 2012 with Clint, and hopefully racing for a championship. Thanks again to everybody that helped get this done. And did you say I was the worst driver ever? or did you mean like during that era?
You know, you never know when you're going to have to eat those words, and I'm going to say today's the day, but you know, he promised me he'd be the best owner ever. But you know, it's a big day for me. Obviously, you know, I've been with RCR since day one. Owe a lot to Rich. You know, it's time to move on. Today's the day. Very, very excited and proud to be associated with 5 Hour. From day one, from meeting these folks, it's just my kind of people. I think it was a great fit. I think it's going to be a great fit for Michael and his organization.
So as of right now, that puts Michael Waltrip at 3 cars for 2012. For more on this, let's go back to Randy Pemberton. Randy?
Yeah, I think it's all positive so far for Michael Waltrip Racing. And when you talk about Clint Bowyer going over there, that's going to do a lot for Michael Waltrip Racing. Here are the questions that remain as we finish this final few races of the season and head off to 2012. That's only a 24-race deal for 5 Hour Energy. So Michael Waltrip and the guys have to come up with another 12 races to sponsor Clint's car. So the other question remains, Napa seems pretty solid, and we know David Rudiman over there with the 00, that should remain pretty solid, but the question is, do they have enough money to run all 3 cars for all 36 races? They certainly have 10 weeks all the way up to January to make that happen. But as far as the fit for Clint Bowyer, he's going to allow them to really bring some different ideas over from Richard Childress Racing. Another question that remains, who is going to be Clint Bowyer's crew chief? There have been some different rumors coming out that certain guys could be coming over here. One of the guys, Brian Patty, that was over at Chip Ganassi Racing, he could end up over here for Michael Waltrip Racing for Clint Bowyer. So a lot of questions remain, but certainly very optimistic for Toyota and Michael Waltrip Racing that they can head off into 2012 and perhaps even challenge for a championship. But what they have to do right now, guys, they've got to win some races, and that's David Rudiman as well as Martin Truex. They've got to get to victory lane. That will certainly help a bunch. Johnny?
Randy, thanks a lot. Let's take a look at Clint Bowyer's Sprint Cup Series career. 4 wins in 210 starts, 30 top 5s, 2 poles. His best championship finish was 3rd in 2007 when he finished behind Jeff Gordon and Johnson. So clearly, Michael Waltrip Racing is a winning organization. Clint Bowyer is a proven winning driver. But how well will they fit together?
That's going to be very interesting. I think Randy's already kind of brought up the idea of we've got to get that crew chief in there. We've got to get a good car chief in there. We've got to start building the team. But the good part about it is they've got time to be able to do that. And they'll be able to, you know, put people in the right position, because I think a lot of people will be available. We heard about Red Bull kind of like going away, so there's going to be a lot of people looking for jobs. Great looking car, great looking sponsor there. So they've got the right energy. And the other good thing about it was Clint had the opportunity to kind of shop this sponsor around with him. Everybody knew he was a free agent. He had the sponsorship with 5 Hour Energy. He looked at Roush Fenway. He looked over at Chip Ganassi Racing, but he decided to go over there. So hopefully he saw something in Michael Waltrip and this organization that will produce not only some success, but a run for the championship in 2012.